हमारे 10 सवाल उठ रहे हैं श्री नरेंद्र मोदी पर, श्री अमित शाह पर और भारतीय जनता पार्टी से हम कहेंगे कि उनको ये हमें बताना ज़रूरी है कि ये सारे जो चेन ऑफ इवेंट्स हैं उनके हमें जवाब देश की जनता को और देश की जो महिला पॉपुलेशन है, जो 50% महिला पॉपुलेशन है, उनको भी जानना ज़रूरी है। मैं एक एक करके सब प्रश्न पूछूंगी। राइट टू प्रिवेसी is a fundamental right to life under Article 21 of the Constitution of India as held by the Supreme Court of India umpteen number of times. Do Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah have any right to conduct surveillance on a young girl as also tapping her phones, not just her phones, her friends' phones, as well as all her acquaintances and her family members in total disregard and total impunity in a totally illegal fashion? Does he have that authority? Does he have the moral right to do something like this? Is my question, one of the questions to him.
Do you want me to translate into Hindi simultaneously? No need, na?
Okay. The second question to Mr. Modi and the BJP. Why were extensive spying operations launched on an oral, undated request by her father, Shri Pran Lal Soni, of an adult girl, as is being alleged in hindsight as a mode of defense? This is the defense that they're giving, that it was on the request of the father. You have no written request from him, you just have an oral, undated request. Which chief minister puts a young girl under such extensive surveillance on an oral, undated request from her parents or her relatives? In how many cases, before and after this incident, has Shri Modi put young girls under surveillance on the request of their parents or relations in Gujarat? Why were other friends and acquaintances meeting up with a young girl being put under surveillance? These are some very pertinent questions that Mr. Modi has been totally quiet on and he needs to answer. The third question to him. Why did Shri Narendra Modi, as also Shri Pran Lal Soni, father of the girl, not disclose the fact that Shri Narendra Modi knew the young architect girl for close to 5 years? That is since 2005. Prior to mounting of surveillance on her. He's known her since 2005, is what they're maintaining or what they're claiming. So why was it kept a secret? Her friends and acquaintances were all under surveillance in the year 2009 as per an oral undated request by the girl's father. What was the reason for hiding these facts? Why is he hiding these facts if there is nothing? If it was a valid request, why is he hiding all these facts? Are some of the questions. The next question is, now 2009 is when the surveillance happened. In 2009-10, a company called Ecolibrium Energy was founded by the Soni family. So is it not true that Ecolibrium Energy was founded by Soni family in the year 2009-2010? Is it not true that this new company, without any prior experience in the field of smart grid project, which is a pretty complex project, and they have absolutely no experience, was suddenly awarded the smart grid project for Gujarat Civil Secretariat, seat of power of government of Gujarat, without inviting any tenders? No tenders were invited, no bids were invited, and they were handed over this project as a pilot project.
In 2010?
Yeah, we will take your questions after this. And
2009-10, yes.
2009-10 is when the company was formed and the project was given to them. Now, without any tenders, no bids were invited, no tenders were invited, and this project, and they handed over this project in a tripartite agreement between Soni family, Ecolibrium Energy, which is the Ecolibrium Energy, Gujarat Energy Development Agency, and Torrent Power. Torrent Power is a power-based company in Gujarat supplying power to the state of Gujarat, including the city of Ahmedabad. We have another question here. Why is it that Torrent Power paid for the entire cost of the project when the project was implemented by Ecolibrium Energy, owned by the Soni family? Why did Gujarat Energy Development Agency enter into a unilateral agreement with Soni family owned Ecolibrium Energy without even inviting an expression of interest? More so, when the said company did not have any prior experience in implementing a smart grid project. Like I said, it's a pretty complex project. And why is it that someone with no experience and a newly founded company is just handed over a project without inviting any expression of interest? What is the connection between Shri Narendra Modi, Soni family, and Ecolibrium Energy? What is the quid pro quo? Now the next question to him, which is the fifth question. Section 5 of the Indian Telegraph Act 1885 permits interception of conversation for occurrence of a public emergency or in the interest of public safety, that is, danger or risk for people at large. These and other conditionalities have been elaborately laid down by the Supreme Court of India in People's Union for Civil Liberties versus Union of India, 1997. Now, will Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah explain as to what was the public emergency or danger or risk for people at large that led to this kind of surveillance? Tapping of phones and spying on this young architect girl, her friends, family relatives, as also acquaintances through the three wings of Gujarat police. Now you have the State Intelligence Bureau, you have the crime branch, and you have anti-terrorist squad, snooping on her. So he needs to tell us why was it so important for him to not follow these technicalities. Were Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah entitled to use state police machinery beyond boundaries of state of Gujarat without even informing the government and police authorities of states within those whose territorial jurisdiction was the surveillance being conducted outside the boundaries of state of Gujarat? Like Shri Shobhaji mentioned, that it went beyond Gujarat. It wasn't just in Gujarat. It went beyond the boundaries of Gujarat, where most of this was not illegalities are followed, where this is concerned. Now the sixth question to Mr. Modi: will Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah explain where the money, resources, vehicles, plane tickets were generated from for purposes of this surveillance? Did the money belong to public exchequer? If yes, how and from which head was this money used and its justification? We still do not know. We still do not have answers to these questions as to how all this was done. Now, a seventh question to him. Call details leakage of Shri Arun Jaitley. If we remember, some time back, Shri Arun Jaitley, there was some call details leakage that happened. He was a leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha at that point of time, and he had led a vociferous protest by the BJP, led by him, was protest by BJP and blocking of parliament for 3 days. They had blocked the parliament for 3 days. It also led to registration of criminal cases and arrest of those found prima facie guilty. So that was the kind of protest that we saw when a case like this was, where Mr. Arun Jaitley was involved in a similar case. Shouldn't similar action be not initiated against Shri Narendra Modi, Shri Amit Shah and others involved in this illegal snooping racket? How does Shri Arun Jaitley today justify non-initiation of actions against Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah for such illegal spying operation transcending the boundaries of the state of Gujarat? Today we have Mr. Jaitley coming and justifying something like this. Why is it that the same rules do not apply to the state government? Is it not a fact that illegal interception of the nature conducted by Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah, along with the police officers of the state, makes out a clear-cut offence under Section 26 of the Indian Telegraph Act, read with Section 120B and also Section 166 of the Indian Penal Code? Would it not tantamount to stalking? He was stalking. Does it not violate the very oath of office to Constitution and people by Shri Narendra Modi? Whether alleged promise of good governance and protection of women of Shri Narendra Modi means states' right and might to illegal snooping and spying on the entire women population of this country. Whether this entire illegal surveillance and spying operation in total disregard of the Constitution and law not raise ethical and moral issues as to the capability, mannerism and style of Shri Narendra Modi. Can such a person be trusted to run any public responsibility and protect the rights and privacy of citizens, including the entire women of India, which comprises of nearly 50% of this population? We have these questions from Mr. Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah, and we would want the BJP to come clean on these particular questions.